What's up, my soldiers? It's WildBlueYonder, and we're back with another video. It's been about 2 or 3 weeks since I put up a last one. Yeesh, that's probably the longest amount of time I've ever gone without putting up a video. So sorry about that, but I kind of ran out of ideas. I posted a little thing on Snapchat. Go ahead and follow me there if you want to. I still post Snapchats like every single day. But I posted a snap there. I was like, hey, you guys have any suggestions? Send them my way, and I'll make a video. I'll make a bunch of videos. So that's basically what I plan to do today. I look really short in this. I'm looking at myself in the mirror behind me. Hang on, give me 1 second. Well, in all honesty, I am pretty short. Most people, when they meet me, they go, man, I expected you to be taller. And I'm just like, well, thanks. FYI, I'm 5'9", but I guess people think I'm taller. So I posted a Snapchat and I was like, hey, if you guys have any suggestions or comments or questions, send them my way. I got about a dozen people who had like really good questions and really good material. So I wrote them down all on my phone and I was gonna make a video about it. I sat down today, opened up the phone to figure out what the first video was gonna be, and none of them are saved. So I'm just like, why do I suck at life? So I just have to figure out now, or like try to remember most of the questions, and I'll just kind of go off of what I remember. Anyways, welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys who are still sticking around, welcome back. I'm still here. I'm still making videos. I've had a pretty interesting few weeks. I got a new tattoo. I've been going to I went to a holiday party last week. I was volunteering for the holiday party, so I helped set it up. I helped volunteer to kind of be the setup and tear down and kind of the not the administrative side, but like the committee side of things. So that's some of the things that you can do in the Air Force. Just FYI, you can volunteer for parties and stuff, and that actually helps you. That helps get you visibility, and visibility is pretty important because when your commanders see that you're out doing good things, getting your education, being good at your job, then that can actually help you out a lot when it comes time to getting awards and getting things like below the zone, BTZ. Just different things like that. Anyways, this video is going to be about if I didn't join the Air Force, which branch would I have joined? And a lot of people have asked me this question. They say, well, what would be your second choice? And I'll tell you right now, I was about this close to joining the Navy. The reason being was because that the Air Force was taking a super long time. It's very stressful. It's very daunting to think I might not get a job. I might not get in. And you know, across the hallway, the Navy has a great turnout rate. You know, they're pushing people through. The people that you see coming in, they'll be gone next week. So it's like, why am I sitting over here with the same 15 people? You know, I had to go to MEPS 3-4 times already just for the same stupid stuff. So it was getting stressful, and I thought about it, and I was just thinking about it, and I told my dad about it. My dad called the Navy recruiter, and he was like asking the Navy recruiter a bunch of questions, and the Navy recruiter hung up, you know, after the phone call and went right across the hallway to the Air Force, my Air Force recruiter, and was like, hey man, I got a Mr. Simmons on the phone over here. He's calling about your recruit. I think I'm about to swipe one of your guys. Then I got a call from my recruiter, and she was like, well, what the heck are you doing? Are you not going to join the Air Force? I'm like, what? What happened? Pause. I didn't call anybody. And I called my dad. And I was like, Dad, why are you calling the Navy? Why are you trying to get me to join the Navy now? He was like, well, I'm just trying to get some information for you. I didn't tell them who I was. I don't know how they got my name. I'm like, you know they have caller ID, Dad. They probably saw your last name Simmons, and we have the same freaking last name. So it's like, come on now. He's like, oh yeah, caller ID is a thing. So I was about this close to joining the Navy, and if I had joined the Navy, who knows where I would have been now. I don't know what job I would have had. If I would have chosen a different job in the Air Force, which is another question. A lot of people say, you know, what branch would you have joined if you could have done it differently, or what job would you had? My dream job was loadmaster, but I failed the depth perception test. They have a little test at MEPS where they will test your depth perception. If you want to be a loadmaster, it's like this little goggle thing. Put your face up on it, and it's like a vision test, but it's like a bunch of little tiny circles like off in the distance, and one of the circles is just a little bit closer, and you have to tell them which dot is closer, and they'll change up the dots from time to time, so you can't ask somebody else which one is it. Yeah, and I was like, I don't know, they all look the same. Like some of them look closer, but I looked again and they look further. I was like tripping out, so I was just like, this one, and he was like, wrote something down, and then I was like, did I pass? He was like, nah. I was like, oh, come on. So I didn't get to be a loadmaster. That was my #1 pick. My #2 pick was, I believe, airfield management. I think I also wanted to be air traffic control. weather systems, and something else. It was kind of weird jobs. It's just jobs that I thought I might be interested in, and jobs that might carry over into the civilian sector. Those are all jobs except for Loadmaster. Loadmaster is kind of just for fun, but most of those are just jobs that you can transfer into the meteorology career field, or you can be an airfield manager at any type of municipal or international airport. Egress, which is what I ended up with, is something that I didn't really choose. It kind of just happened that way. They also offered me to be a firefighter, and it was one of those deals where it's like, hey, we're calling you up right now, you'll be shipping out tomorrow morning, do you want to be a firefighter in the Air Force? And I was like, whoa, pause, hold on, I don't know about all that. And looking back on it, I think I wish I had chosen it, because I would have shipped out a few months earlier, and I think it would have been pretty badass to be a firefighter. But I chose not to do it, and a few months later I got egress, which is the job I have now, working on ejection seats. So that's what I ended up with. If I could have done it differently, I guess if I had the option, I would love to be a loadmaster, but it didn't happen that way. Oh well. If I could have chose a different branch, it would go Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps, Army. The reason Army is last is because I feel like Army, no offense guys, Army's cool, it just doesn't vibe with me, and I feel like I'd rather be in, I don't know, I still don't even like the Marines that much, because they're just like a bunch of jarheads, man. I don't vibe with that type of mentality, but hey, if that's what you like, that's what you like. I like the Air Force. I feel like, you know, it takes a little bit of more effort, it takes a little bit more time to get into the Air Force, and it's definitely worth it once you join. You get better facilities, better food, better, I wouldn't say better training, but, you know, good training, a good work environment. Everyone's kind of like friendly, like we kind of get treated like, not civilians, but like, I mean, there's still that professional mentality when you go up to work, but it's not so, like once you leave work, people are like, they treat you like people. They don't treat you like you're always in uniform. Like, I don't know. When you get in uniform, it's time to go lock and load, taking orders, we're doing stuff, we're making things happen. I expected people in the Air Force to be smarter. I don't know, like I expected everyone to be like super nerdy and like kind of geeky like I am, but there's a lot of like really, like especially in the maintenance field, there's a lot of people who are just like straight up just like, hey man, I turn wrenches, I don't really need much in my life other than to turn wrenches and make things happen and be greased up under the aircraft, and that's where I am. I'm like, cool, I can you know, get you a man that can do both, ladies. But boy, I feel like I'm rambling, but if I could have done it all over again, I would. If I had to go through it all again to be where I am now, I would. Even though looking back at it, like BMT, tech school, MEPS, all that stuff is like a headache, but getting through it is definitely worth it once you get to the end product. But that answers one of your, I think actually 3 or 4 people asked me that question, but that answers you all's questions. So thank you all for asking me that. If you all would like to contact me or message me on Snapchat, go ahead and follow me on at SnapWildBlue. I respond, I follow back. That's probably the best way to contact me. If not, then codenamesimmons@gmail.com is another way you can contact me. But yeah, I'm about to record like 3 or 4 more videos now, so thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.